Yes.
Okay, thank you. So welcome. My name is Aurelia Monene. I'm from Asia Africa. I'm the founder of Asia Africa and a great lover of research and also a great lover of promoting scholarship and supporting upcoming researchers. I'm also an upcoming researcher myself, so I know the value when someone is working with you and really journeying with someone. So it's happy to see you today. So today we have, please mute. Are you? Please help me mute people. So please stay muted. Are you? Please mute. Okay. Please stay muted. Not because we don't want you to speak, but because we want to coordinate how we speak. So you can always use chat, and you can always use raise your hand. I can see quite a number of people are joining in. So let me now go to introducing our speaker today. Today it's going to be a practical session. We've had a couple of people ask about Mendeley, learning about Mendeley, and one of the softwares that supports referencing. Of course, there are many out there. There is Zotero, which is a free one. But because quite a number have asked about Mendeley, we thought it would be nice to have someone who can guide us. And with us, we have an excellent trainer. He volunteered himself to actually train. So we are really excited to see young researchers giving of their time to actually support other researchers. Continue introducing yourself on chat so that we know who is here, and you can always get someone in your area with whom you can even collaborate. So with us here, we have 3 groups. We have groups from GCC Africa, we have the Africana Journal Club, and we also have the other 8 social science journal club. So that's why you can see we have people from different countries. So allow me to introduce Josephat Njoroge. He's a registered nurse and a nurse educator. He has 6 years of invaluable experience in the clinical setting and education sector. So Josephat has a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, is currently pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Critical Care Nursing at Kenyatta University in Kenya. Outside his profession, Josephat takes an interest in mentorship programs, hence why he's here, with a passion for impacting lives positively through his expertise. Josephat is a dedicated professional, and he has worked in the health sector and education sector, where he strives to make a difference. His research interests are in critical care nursing, nursing education, and emergency nursing. So let me invite you, Josephat. You're most welcome. Take over. If you have any question, put on chat. Josephat will guide us how he wants the session to flow. If you have any concern, you can privately inbox me, and let's begin.
Thank you, Aurelia, for the introduction. So also want to welcome everyone who has joined us today for this session. One thing I appreciate is supporting one another, whether it is through them asking for it or you also volunteering to support on the area maybe they are fearing to ask for help. So in this session, I hope you are going to gain the skill on how to reference your material or any research work that you are undertaking in your program. So I know you understand when you are doing your research, you need to provide citations or you need to provide a list of references. So if you don't provide those references correctly, obviously there will be back and forth between you and the supervisor. And of course, when you do it wrongly, also shows you that you are plagiarizing someone else's work. When you are publishing your work, also what you are going to find is in a journal, they have their own specific way of referencing. So with Mendeley, you're able to adjust all those steps with ease. And I welcome you. Now we look at today's work. I'll switch off my video so that you're able to concentrate and move from one step to the other. I'll share my screen in a minute. Welcome. So maybe in your chat, you can type 1 if you have already downloaded your Mendeley, and 2 if not yet. In your chat, you can post 1 if you have downloaded. And 2 if not. Okay. So into this session, we are trying to maximize your productivity when you are carrying out your research, whether it is a thesis, whether it's a research project or dissertation. Mendeley will be of help during this period. So I'm Josephat Joroge. I usually teach at Amref International University, and also can also see some students who are also joined so that they can learn. So during this session, number 1, I know you have already downloaded. For those who have already commented 1, for those who have not yet downloaded, I would wish maybe you can spare time and also download either now or later. Then you are going to see how you are installing. You create an account. We see how you can install web importer. You are going to install Mendeley site for Microsoft Word, importing files from your computer, how you can import folders, how you can import library using different formats. The common one is LIS. Also adding references manually, creating collections, that is in a way of organizing your library of materials you have downloaded, collaborating with others. You can collaborate because now you are coming from different countries or counties, you can collaborate. Adding annotation and notes, searching articles online now using Mendeley, how you can sync articles. Also now how to use web importer to add reference in your Microsoft Word or MS Word. So we are going to see how you can do that. So depending on the Mendeley you have downloaded, we are going to see how you can add in-text citation and also bibliography. Towards the end, we are going to see how you can do watching folder. Watching folder is also another new technique you can use, and this is your work. And also we are going to see what's the difference between now using an offline Mendeley and also online Mendeley referencing manager. And then I'll give you time to ask questions. So we are going to do step by step and then see how you have a challenge and we're able to sort it out. So during the session, I hope you are using your laptop or a desktop, you have a good internet, and also you have already downloaded the Mendeley referencing manager. We start with step 1. So when you're downloading, you need to know the type of machine you're using. So are you using a Linux? That's the operating system, or is it Mac, or is it Windows? So you need to select the appropriate system here when you download. So how do you download? So you just go to your Chrome browser. When you go to your Chrome browser, you can just search. I'll just search here. I'll just search Mendeley download if you don't have the link. So when you click, it gives you that. So whatever comes first, that's what we are going to use. So just click. Let's see. When you click, it opens. So you can see what is popping up there is Mendeley Referencing Manager for desktop. So that's I said, you need to know which device are you using. Are you using Windows? Are you using Mac? Or are you using Linux? So if you're using Windows, that's what pops up first there. You can just click download now for Windows. So once you have downloaded, you now go to the next step. The next step will be installing. The file that has already downloaded, you can just right click and run as administrator, or depending on the device you're using, you can just click install. So follow all the instructions up to the end, and you'll have downloaded your Mendeley. Before you complete there, you go to the next step where you create an account. Okay, so this window will pop up and you see somewhere written create a free account. Okay, so if you click here, it will take you to where you are going to enter your email and the password. So the email you can use here, you can use your Yahoo or a Gmail or corporate email, depending whether you're a student or a staff, wherever you work, you can use them. They will be of help. So the Mendeley accepts. So something else you need to note, any email you are going to use here, remember these are materials that you may want to refer to, maybe later on after 5 years or so. If you still be having the same email, that's okay. If you use a student email, obviously, you know, after some time, once you exit the institution, it will be closed, so not to be able to access. So preferably use an email that you can access for a longer period. So up to now, I think you have, we are together. Let me see those who have downloaded. So I have can see several people who have downloaded and those who have not from the chat. So for those who have downloaded, let's go now to Mendeley that we have already downloaded, created an account, and see how we can use it in our research work. So we have said the next step we are doing is installing web importer. So how do you get to install the web importer? You just look at it. Once you have opened your Mendeley, look where it is written tools and click there. Just go to tools. I've clicked in mine. When you click tools, it gives you option. There is install web importer, Mendeley web importer. So are you there? Anyone having a challenge? You feel free to let me know. When you click tools, then you click web importer. So once you click web importer, it takes you back to your browser. Okay, so I think you can see from my device. So just click get web importer for Chrome. Just click that one. And then by that, it will be added to your web browser. And preferably if you're using Chrome, well and good. If you're using others, still it will work. But preferably we use Chrome. Okay, so that's one. We have already added a web importer into our browser. We are going to use it later on. We go back to our steps. So that's step 4. We were just adding a Mendeley web import. We are going to refer to that later on. We go now to step 5. We want to add Mendeley site. Okay. For those who have downloaded, they have another version of Mendeley. They are going to install MS Word plugin. If you have just downloaded today or last week, I know most of us may have downloaded the Mendeley referencing manager. So we are going to use Mendeley site for Microsoft Word. If you are using the older version, we are going to install MS Word plugin. So just go to your Mendeley, click Tools, then click Mendeley site for Microsoft Word, click there. It takes you to another page. So in the page that you're going to see, you have, for you to get this Mendeley site from Microsoft, you need to log in. So just click there, get in, or get it now. Okay. So once you click get it now, it will ask for your email. Okay. So already have I already created an account. You can now, after that, you can now then click open in MS Word or open in Word as it is showing there. Okay. So by now, if you have, for you to get this Mendeley site when you're logging in, for those, you can try using your personal email. If it fails, you can also try using your corporate email if you have one. It should work. It should work. You should be able to get Mendeley site. Once you have done this, it will be already added to your MS Word or Microsoft Word. We are going to see that later on. So hope that is done. That is adding Mendeley site. So you just go to Tools. You go to Tools, then select, that's the second option there, add, install Mendeley site for a Microsoft Word. So that was the stage of installing. Move from one part to the other.
Just slow down a
with
bit.
ease because you already have all the. Maybe tell me where you are so that I know where to go.
Trying to sign into Microsoft.
Or at Mendeley site.
Yes.
You are at the stage of okay.
I'm trying to sign in. I think I entered and
try sign.
the email addresses are not working.
Okay. Maybe you can try, or you can try again, or you can tell us the error you are getting. So up that point, anyone who have succeeded in doing the Mendeley site, you can just post one on your chat box. You can post one if you are done with Mendeley site on the chat. For those who have a challenge, if you leave your link, you'll also be able to access the recording in our YouTube, and also already I think we'll share the link. Okay, Tina Masai is saying it requires an outlook. If you have any, you can use. I think that's one of the challenge with Mendeley site. Just to get to access, just go to access the Microsoft. Yeah, good, Paul. You already done it. Yes, you can still use your Gmail. It should accept. If not, on your device, you can also try using your corporate. Lord is saying, can I have step-by-step instruction in the chat if possible? Roger, what you are going to do, maybe I can just read it for you. Step 1 is just download. Step 2, then you install Mendeley. Then from there, you install Web Importer, which you can only access from the tool part. It is on the top side of your Mendeley application. Then you click install Mendeley site, and from there we'll be at par. Okay, Crispin is asking which manager for desktop. Okay, usually have two types of Mendeley. We have Mendeley referencing manager, and also we have the other one called Mendeley desktop. The steps are still the same. If you have any for those who are using Mendeley desktop, it doesn't require you to do Mendeley site. You just install MS Word plugin, and that will be done. I'm being frequently asked to. So, okay, yeah. So to save on time, for those who are having a challenge, I think we share again the link, the recording, and you'll be sorted out. Okay. Okay, we go to the next step, step 6. Maybe you can follow now keenly. Step 6, want to import files from computer. So I just go to my Mendeley that I have already downloaded. I've created an account. I've already installed the tools, that is Mendeley Web Importer and Mendeley site for Microsoft Word. I now want to add a file in my laptop. Where did I get the file? Maybe you went to Google Scholar. You went to Google Scholar, you searched, for example, what you can see on my screen. If you went to Google Scholar and you have searched for an article, for example, this one, sedation in intensive care unit, a systematic review. If I open this file, so I'm just trying to see, does it have a PDF version? Yes, I can see it is saying download PDF. I can just click here, download. I see what it will download. So you give time. So if it downloads, okay, so this one requires you to sign in to get the file, but I know you know how to download a file. I'll just go direct to what I've already downloaded earlier. So you go to your Mendeley application, click add new. When you click add new, the first option there is add files from computer. Just click there. It directs you now to your computer and you choose the file you have already downloaded. I'll pick the first one as just as an example for demonstration. So I'll just click, this is the file I've downloaded. I want to add to Mendeley. I'll just click there, then click open. So let's see. So what you can see on the end there, it is uploading one file. It's already 100% uploaded. So the file you can see has already been highlighted. It's a new file I've just added. Action research, professional development, web support, and so on. Okay. So what you can see by just uploading a file, the Mendeley is able to pick the author, is able to pick the year, the title, the sources, and many other columns at the end there. Okay. Now, that's one way of adding a file to your Mendeley so that you can use it or so that you can reference that article or that file easily by just adding from your computer. How do you add that? You just click add new, then import files from a computer. You click there. It takes you to the folder in your desktop or in your laptop, and you just click the file you want to upload. Okay, that is step 6, how you can add a file from your computer. Let's go to step 7. Assume now your lecturer has instructed you to download 50 articles on a given topic. So you have just downloaded, you have put them on one folder. So what you want to do, you want to upload all of them at once. So Mendeley provides that option. So how do you do it? Just click add new. You go to the next one there written import folders from computer. Just click there. So then I go to this folder I have, then I click it, I upload. So what you can see, Mendeley has already identified the files in that folder and they are being uploaded. So once all the five files are uploaded from the same folder, you are going to see them blinking at the top there. Okay, so I've just added a folder. So from the folder, I had 5 files. If you add 50, all of them, you're going to see them appearing there. Okay, so from my desktop, I can see 5 files uploaded and 5 references has been generated. They already highlighted. Okay. So we have imported a file. We have also imported a folder. So you can just decide. Do you want to import one file one by one like that, or you want to import all the files at once? You can just decide whichever is easier for you. Now, there's another way of adding files to your Mendeley, and this is now by using different formats of the articles or books that are already uploaded online. So you can use your library. Obviously, your library has subscribed to some journals. We are going to see how you can use that. Or you can just go to Google Scholar, which is easier, or you can go to PubMed, or you can go to any other database that you want to use. For now, I'll demonstrate using Google Scholar and also EBSCO, which is one of my journal I can access now, or database. Okay. So importing files. So we are going to, these are the formats that Mendeley can take. How do you know this? You can just go back to your Mendeley. We are going to see, when you be adding this, you just click new. Let me close these ones. You just click new. When you click new, you go to the third option written import library. Import library, what do you see on your right? It is written BibTeX, there is EndNote, there is LIS, Research Information System. So these are the formats that Mendeley will pick. These are the formats Mendeley will pick. So let's go now to Google Scholar and import an article. We are going to import an article using that library, or taking an article with that kind of format. I want to go back to Google Scholar. So we look at the first article there, written sedation in intensive care unit, a systematic review. I want to cite this one. So how do I want to get this one in my Mendeley? So what you do, you just look where it is written cite. You can see where I'm pressing my cursor, cite. When I click cite, something pops up. So you can see by clicking there, you can get the references in MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, and Vancouver. Those are the different ways you can reference. But now, what I want is to add this to my referencing manager. So we have different options. We have BibTeX, we have EndNote, we have RefMan, and RefWorks. To ease your work, RefMan Leftman is also LIS. That's the option that works well with your Mendeley. So just click Leftman. I'll just click Leftman here. When I click Leftman, you can see something will download. It has already popped up there. It is called Scholar LIS. So that is easier. So let's see now how we can use whatever has downloaded, how we can add that to our Mendeley. We go back to our Mendeley. You just click new. You just go to import. Then you click import. Then you click LIS. Just click there to direct you to your computer. Just go to where you have downloaded. This is the first one. That's what I have downloaded. I just click open, give it time to upload. So it is uploading, it has already uploaded. So you can see it has already picked the author, the year, and the title. The title was Sedation Intensive Care Unit, a systematic review. How did I do it? I went to Google Scholar, I searched sedation, or I can just do another one. Intensive, let's do propofol sedation. So I have the first one, propofol sedation, an update using anesthesia.
Unaongea peke yako. Unakaga unaongea peke yako.
Okay, so we just click site. When you click site, you choose Leftman. It downloads. You can see it is written Scholar into bracket 2. So because I have another Scholar that I don't downloaded. So I go now to my Mendeley, click add a new, go to import library, then LRS. Then I choose what I've just downloaded, Scholar into bracket 2. Then I upload. Let's see whether it will appear. Good. It has already uploaded. You can see it is appearing and it's already highlighted. It is 1995 article, propofol, an update like that. So we have already done that using Google Scholar, and we are using the format, the different formats that are available for the articles that have already been uploaded. Now, let's assume your supervisor has discouraged you from using Google Scholar. I want you to use your library. Okay. So I'll use my library here. So I have access to several. So I'll just pick random one here. I just want to use EBSCOhost. So it's opening. I want to see how we can use it. It's loading. Okay, let me log in. Okay. Sorry, let me do it again. Okay, it's there. So I want to do, I want to enter a word here, maybe propofol. Let's do what? Let's do mortality. Maybe let's see whether you have an article on mortality. So already have some articles on so I just click the first one. I open it. Let's see. So I've clicked the article. It is malady and mortality. Okay, so what I want is to use this article or this reference material to my Mendeley. So how do I do this? So on the right side, I want to see several buttons. There is Google Drive, OneDrive, add to folder, print, email, save, then cite. There is a cite button where I've placed my cursor. So if I click cite, let's see what happens. It gives you option. They are called citation format. So there are several. So if you just want to, you don't want to add to Mendeley, you can just carry the reference it is. But now what we want to do is we want to add this to our Mendeley. So how do we do this? You just click export to bibliographic management system. Into brackets, just see what is written there. It can be added to EndNote, ProCite, Reference Manager, RefWorks, BibTeX, etc. So whichever that will work. You just click there and see the options that will come. So when you want to export, it gives you also different formats that will be applicable to different reference manager you're using. So our case here, we are using Mendeley, and Mendeley picks BibTeX. It can also take LIS. It can also take EndNote. So we are going to pick the first one, direct export in a REST format. You just click save. When you click save, it is or download something there on the side. You can see from download, it has downloaded some called EBSCO metadata. So that's what we have downloaded because that's what we want to add to our Mendeley. So just go now back to your Mendeley. Just click add new. From add new, you click import library. From import library, pick RIS. Just click to direct you to your download. Pick whatever you have downloaded. I've downloaded EBSCO metadata. Just click there. Then click open. Let's see what happens. Has it added? Yes. You can see it is already highlighted. It is Helen Thomas E. 2016 malaria and mortality illness. So how did I add this? I went to my library. So my library, I picked the journal. From the journal, I selected the title, or I gave as a keyword that I want to look at, mortality. Once I open the article, on the right side, I will see cite. You click cite, it gives you other options, citation format. But our aim here is to export this to Mendeley. So just click export to bibliographic management software. So bibliographic management software in our case here is Mendeley. So just click there, it will download that reference. So from there you go to your Mendeley, click add new, then import library, then you go to RIS, then it will direct you to where you have downloaded your article. Then you click there and it will upload. So that is step 8, importing library using format. And the easiest one is that is the Mendeley is able to pick easily is RIS. Okay. Step 9. We go to step 9. Step 9, we want to add now references manually. Now you have a textbook. You have just gotten from the library. You cannot trace it in the internet. So how do you do this? You go to Mendeley. You want to add manually. When you go to Mendeley, just click add new. Okay. So when you click add new, at the bottom there, you see add reference manually. Just click. So once you click, it opens a window. So if it's an article, most of the books or articles, they have something called identifiers. So you can put DOI or any identifier that may be available. If not, just go to the next section. The next section, it asks, what is the reference type? Is it a book? Is it a book section? Is it a computer program? All those, a journal article, magazine, newspaper, all that. Let's assume it's a journal article. Just select journal article. Then you go to title. Let's call it what? Let's call it sedation using drug X. Sedation using drug X. That's the article. The author here. So when you are writing your authors, you should start with the last name, then first name. So we have Kamau. Let's use Kamau. Then John. Those are the names of the author. The journal. So you may need to get to know the journal. You put there, then the year. Let's say it is 2014. 2014. So if you have a specific page, you can just put there. If not, you just leave it. Volume, issue, just indicate. Month, this is a February. You just write the numbers, February, then the date, 23, like that. So let's assume you are done inputting all those fields and you are okay. So if you're okay, you just click add entry. Let's see. Once you click add entry, let's see what happens. You just go to your Mendeley and see whether it has been added. Yes, I can see Kamau John 2014 sedation using drug X. That's what I have added. So you may have additional details that you want to add. How do you add more details? Maybe to this, you just click the article. It opens a new page there. So you can add several things that you want to add. If you want to add a URL, you can add from that section. Any other something you may feel you need to add, you can do it from there. Good. So that is adding references manually. How do you do that? You click add new, then you click add reference manually. You'll be able to input all those details. Let's go to number 10. We want to organize our library. So in organizing our library, we can create what we call collections. So go to your Mendeley. So when you go to Mendeley, you'll see somewhere written, a minute. Written collections. So some of the it is written new collections. You can just click the new collections. Let's say sedation articles. That's what I want to create. Sedation articles. Then you enter. So you have created a collection. So you may want to add articles to these collections. Okay. You may want to add articles to this selection. How do you do this? There are several ways you can do this. We can go to our Google Scholar or any other database you are using and add from there. Well, that's when you'll be using Web Importer. If you have already downloaded and you want to add your articles to this collection, you can just drag your articles. Okay. So I have just picked the propofol. I want to drag and put it under sedation. So you can see I can put in the professional autonomy, but I want to put under sedation articles. You just drag it there. Let's see, it is syncing. So when I open the new collection, I can see the article already there. Okay. But now, sometimes you may make you may place an article, maybe in a collection, I don't know where, you just placed it. So don't worry, when you click all references in your Mendeley at the top there, you are going to access everything. But if you want to get specific articles, you just go to your collection and you are able to use it. Good. So that's one way. You can just drag whatever you have just downloaded to the specific collection and use it. So maybe as let me jump a bit here and show you how also you can add an article directly into that collection. So just go to Google Scholar or whichever database you're using, and now you want to add that article direct to the collection. You are going to use now the web import. So on your Chrome, okay, so I don't know whether you have already added that extension at the top there. You should be able to see Mendeley web import. When I place my cursor, it is you can see it is reading there. So you just click Mendeley web import. Just click there. So once you click, it will open. Because it will, one thing that you are going to note is going to note the title of the article that you have already opened and all the other details. It's also going to tell you whether there is a PDF format of that article. Good. So my concern is on the collection. So just see whatever is open there. So where it is written entrepreneur, I want to click there and see. So whether I'm able to select the collection I've created. So which collection did I create? I created sedation. So I just click sedation. You can see it is already appearing there. I just select there, and then I can comfortably click add. So I've already organized my library. So once this article is downloaded, it will go directly into the collection that I've already created. Okay. So adding platform Mendeley field. Let's try this. It's internet. So that's how you add. You just select there the collection. You just scroll, get to see whatever you want, then click, then add the file to your Mendeley. So we are going to get to that section later on. Okay. So that is organizing your library. That's how you can use collections, or in Mendeley desktop, you can also find they are using folders still. Let's see how then you can collaborate your work with others. To collaborate, this means you want to access the articles at the same time, but you are in different places. So if you are doing a group work, you can use Mendeley to divide your work. Maybe I say someone will do download articles on this, and someone else will do articles on different things. So just go to our Mendeley. When you go to your Mendeley, at the bottom or left, we are going to see groups. We are going to see groups. So I just click new group and add, this is sedition. Yes, I want to say a sedition group so that we're able to follow through. Sedition group. Once I've just inserted my name or the name of the group, I click enter. Okay, so I think it's syncing. Good, yeah, it is there. Sedition group. So how do I add members to this group? So just put your cursor on the new group you have created. You'll see 3 buttons. It is saying more action. Click there. So once you click there, it shows you manage group. That's what you are going to click. Once you click there, it opens something. So sedition group, you want to add members. So how do you add members? it gives you an option of 25. You just click invite members, click invite. So when you click invite, it requires you to provide emails. Provide the email. Once you provide the email, just click send invite. Send invite. So the person on the other end will get the invite, will accept, and you'll see them. You'll see all those who have accepted on your list here, and they'll be able to access all the articles that will be downloaded and added to this group. So that's how we are able to work collaboratively by using group, by creating a group in Mendeley. That is step 11. So you just create a group and you manage to add emails. Step 12, we want to add annotations, add notes. So Mendeley provides an option where you can read articles using this software. Let's go to Mendeley and we go to all references. We see the article that you can, we can do some annotation. So remember the articles you uploaded one by one or you uploaded as a file, you can use them. You can use it because those are automatic PDF files you already have. Okay, I'll just pick one. So when I click this Brooke J. Lynn article, it opens up something. So the article is there and the abstract. But now I want to read. So I just click this button, read. So when I click read, it opens up. It is open. So we are there. So we have the article. So I'm reading, then I note, I need to pick this point in the first paragraph. It is of importance to me, okay? So in this open version, there are buttons you can use to make your annotation, okay? So the pen here, I'll just click my pen and see what it gives me. So you can see you are just like highlighting using that pen, okay? Let's see the next one, which looks like a comment. Just click. When I click, then go to maybe the second paragraph, what I wanted. Just press there. So it opens something. That's why I want to make a comment and see. Maybe what I have noted here, the gap is on ethical issues. Maybe the issue is ethical issues. So just write your comment and then that is already saved. So the Mendeley is able to sync that automatically. Then I read another paragraph. Maybe I see this here. There is co-production. Then I read maybe there is. I'm making some my annotations. Good. So I'm done. I've already done my annotations. So later on, when you open these articles, you may want to see which are the annotations that I made or the points that I made from this article through my reading, okay? Just when you open, you just go to annotations. When you go to annotations, by clicking on your right side, you see annotations. You can automatically see whatever just written in the document. The first one, I wrote ethical issues. The next one was co-production. It's already there. So those are my comments. And they also, you can also see they are under the section annotations. So that is when you are reading an article using Mendeley. Maybe you have read an abstract. Let's go back and see how you can now. You can read another article and add your notes. You can add your notes. Okay. So I've clicked this article. So because it doesn't have a PDF file, you cannot see anything here. Okay. So, but maybe like I've seen, let's look for one with an abstract. A minute, I click this one. Still no abstract. Let's assume it's this one. You have read, you have seen the abstract is good enough. You have picked one or two things. You can go to notebook. When you go to notebook, you can let's delete this. When you go to your notebook, you can just create a new page. You can just create something new. So at the bottom there, it is written a new page. You just click new page, minute. So when you click there, you enter the title, what you want to write. Maybe I want to write these are gaps. And the first gap maybe was ethical issues. So you can just do like that. Are you able to create or to make notes and annotations in your Mendeley? That's how you're able to do that with ease. That is step 12. Step 13, that means that step 13 is now searching articles without going to Google Scholar, but using now Mendeley as a search engine. So how do you do that? We go to our Mendeley, click Tools, then it gives an option for search articles online. Just click there. So it gives you a search bar there. So I want to click let's see whether it can give me an article on propofol, just as an example. Then I click enter. Let's see. Good. From here, I'm able to get something. So I've already gotten an article. So is it of interest to me? By just looking at it, I can see the first one has not been cited. I go to the next one. You can see we have one with the 167 citations. Maybe this what would be of help to me because it has also the PDF version. So what you do here, you just click add to library. You can see where it is written add to library. So with this option, you don't have to struggle. You just click add to library. When I click there, let's see whether it will add. So obviously the title is propofol infusion syndrome. Let's go to the Mendeley and see whether it has appeared. Good. When I go to Mendeley, it is already there. Propofol infusion syndrome. It has already appeared there. But how did I get to this point? I just clicked add new. Not add new, sorry. We go to tools, then search article online. It gives you a search bar. Then you search, I searched propofol. It says my keyword, and it gives you this. So of course, here I don't want to go back now to telling you that you need to filter your work. You can filter their search, those options on the left that you can use to filter using whether the document type, the year, and so on. So whichever article you find is relevant to you. For example, there is, let's look at this one, quality of recovery after general anesthesia. So how do you add this to my Mendeley? Just go down there and click add to library. So that's how you're able to do that with ease. That is step 13. 14. So sometimes you may find you don't have internet and you have just been working on your Mendeley. I don't know whether those articles have already downloaded. So you are supposed to do what you call syncing. How do you sync? If the Mendeley is not syncing automatically, you can do it manually. You just trigger it manually and see. So when you open your Mendeley app, on the left, you are going to see at the left bottom there, you are going to see arrows. They are like in a circle. So when you put your cursor there, it says sync. Mine was synced 0 minutes ago. Okay, so if you want to sync again, you just click there. So you find it rotating or sync. In other words, what is doing is going to add in all materials or articles you may have added, and they are not appearing on your library or reference section. Good. Hope that is clear. We go to step 15. This now where you want to use a web importer to add references. So I already mentioned this, but I want to repeat again. So how do you use web importer to add references to your Mendeley? So sometimes you find you have an interesting article in your, maybe in your search, maybe you are using Google Scholar, or you are using a website, or you are using, so whatever you are reading, maybe what you found that article was interesting and is relevant to your research. So we just search the article, open it. So let's open this one. I've searched. So once you have opened this one, you may find it is there. Good. It does not have much details, but I want to add this to my references. Okay. So once you have opened this, you now go to your Chrome. There is the button for extension. If you can see my cursor on the right top, there is a button written extensions. So when you click extensions, you're able to see all extensions that you have. So preferably if you have Mendeley importer, you can pin it so that it appears, so that you're able to access it easily. So mine is here already. I just click Mendeley web importer. When I click web importer, is here. So, but I want specific to add it to sedation. That is the correction I want to add my file to. So something else that you're going to note from this side is it has a PDF. Whichever article I'm adding at this point, it has a PDF. So this one advantage of Mendeley, it also helps you download PDF files of articles with ease without struggling to sign in and so on. So my article is there, it's already selected. It has a PDF file. I just want to click add. So once it has been added at the article, before you leave there, you can see PDF ticked to means the PDF is available, and the reference ticked because it has been added to Mendeley. So when you go to your Mendeley app, you should be able to see your article. You should be able to see your article. So you can also sync. It is syncing. It should appear immediately at the top once it's syncing, because of internet. But I hope you are able to follow. It has synced. So what I'm looking for is not Adam or reference. Let's go, because I added to sedation articles. Let's click sedation articles and see whether it is there. Still not appearing. Let's see. Sometimes you can even search. It was midazolam. Think internet midazolam. Okay. So a minute. So sometimes I can even go back to my application. So and see, did I add it correctly? So I want to check what happened. That's why it's not appearing. So let me pick this one. View PDF in library and see, because we also saw into options, offline and online. Okay. I don't know whether you a minute, it is loading. It's internet issue. It's loading. I don't know. I see my device on this side is slow. Already, I'm still audible.
Yes, yes, you are.
Or someone can confirm. Okay. So we were trying to add an article to Mendeley. We can try another one. As we also try to search for that, or it has disappeared. Let's try this one, pharmacokinetics. It's loading, can you see them? Good. So we said once you have opened the article, you have read and you're okay with it. So just click Web Importer on the top right. So as you click there, it will open. Sorry. Just click once. Most of the time, it will ask you to sign in because I think it has noted something. So to allow you to sign in so that it's able to sync with the application that you have already downloaded in your desktop or laptop. It's able to remember my password and also my email. So allow it to load. So we're almost there. So okay, it's there. So I can see I have pharmacokinetics bioavailability. Okay. So I just click add. When I click add, it's adding. I can see it is seeing the same. Uploading. Okay. So it has failed. I don't know why it is refusing. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's already has already been added. Can see the reference side is already ticked. Okay, let's see whether you can see it. Good, it has already appeared in our Mendeley. Let's go to our Mendeley. Yeah, good. You can see is the first one there. Is man P is it pharmacokinetic bioavailability of. Okay, should come to your Mendeley, and if it's not appearing, try to sync. So if internet is sometimes to load that. Good. So with that, we're almost there. We go to now the real work where you need to pay much attention using now all those references you have created in your Mendeley to your research work or thesis or whichever kind of work you are doing. So I have a sample here, our sample work. So how do you add references? So before you add a reference, you start by doing in-text citation. So in-text citation can be added at the beginning of a paragraph or at the end of a paragraph. Something else that you need to note, you need to know the referencing style that you are supposed or that is acceptable in your institution. So most of the institutions, let's say they accept APA. So this is how your document look like. So for you to access or to get to reference this, you just go to references. There's a ribbon there for references in your Word document. At the top there, you see references. When you click references, you are going to, for those who have installed Mendeley site, you are going to see it on the far end of that ribbon. Just click there. Click there. So once you click, something else you are going to note, you have, it gives you several options. Number one, you can automatically add references from this end without going to the Mendeley application because it's already linked. Number two, you can go to the specific collection from here. So for example, because my Mendeley site has opened, by clicking references, it gives me option. Do I want to get them from recently added? No, I want to go to sedition or systematic reviews. Let's do this systematic reviews. When you click systematic reviews, it gives you all the list of articles that are already available in that collection. Now, sometimes you may click and you find they are not appearing. So how do you update the list? You just go to your Mendeley site. At the top there is references, citation settings. Then you click the three buttons there and click update from library. You can click here, update from library. So it will take time, a few minutes or so to add. Once it is successfully added, you are going to see that. Now, let's get now to something else. We have said you need to follow the referencing style as approved by your institution. Mine here, we are going to use APA 7th edition. It is already here. So in your institution, if you are using Vancouver, you just come here and select Vancouver. If you are using MLA, you just come here and select whichever style you want to use. Okay, let's go to reference back. Good. So my article is here, and I want to add a reference at the end. So I want to add that there. Let me use this letter I write in red so that you're able to follow. So this is where I want to add a reference, the one I have highlighted in red. Okay. So this one, this point, I want to associate to someone or from the article I read. And maybe this is the article, systematic review on the impact, because it's just an example. I just select. Once I select, it gives you option at the bottom there, how in-text citation is going to look like. So I'm okay with the in-text citation. I just click insert one. So once I click insert, so you can see it has already appeared on my Word document. So I want to delete this again and repeat. I want to repeat. How do I do this? Maybe assume you have just started your work. Okay. So you have so many articles. So this is the point and I want to associate to someone. So I just click this the article. I'll just by clicking my Mendeley site, I click the specific article. Then I select insert one citation because that's what I've selected. It already It is already added there. But now assume you want, because sometimes you'll be told you need to synthesize several articles so that you're able to have a weighted point that is not biased. So assume now you want to add 3 articles that are talking of the same thing. So let's say this is number 1, number 2, scroll down, number 3. All these, they are talking of the same thing. So where do I want to add them? So there is a cursor already at the end of this paragraph or this sentence. Then I click insert 3. So what you are going to see, Mendeley will help you add references for articles like this. So where different articles, where you are adding them, okay? So you don't have to struggle where to put a comma or where to add a tar and so on. Mendeley is able to sort you in that. Let's try now adding a citation at the beginning. So we're going to use this one. Let me highlight in yellow. If you want to add a citation at the beginning, how do you do this? So you just put a cursor at the beginning. Okay. So I want to add this one, propofol infusion syndrome, because it's just an example. Then I click add. So you can see it has added as if this is at the end of a sentence, but this is wrong. So what you need to do is edit. So you add yes, but you come and edit. You can remove the paragraph, the blanket at the, or parenthesis at the end there, and also put it because you're just enclosing the ear. So it will be Hemifal et al. 2019 specifically highlights like that. Then it proceeds. So the risk with this is anytime you change your referencing style, you need to come again and do it manually for this case, when you have edited your references. But for those you have added at the end of a sentence, Mendeley will change for you automatically. Let's do this as an example. I just go to references, Mendeley site. I've just gotten a journal. And the journal says I need to use, let's choose, let's say Vancouver is the one that I have to use. So I just click or just select, then click update. When I click update, what do you see in my references? So in this one, it has changed 1 to 3. In this one, it has changed to 2. Okay. So, but what happened to the first one? The first one remains unchanged. So what do I need to do is, I need now to do it manually. So that's how you made it to change. Okay. Let's go back now to my APA and now let's assume I'm done with the all index citation. I want to add a list of bibliography or a list of references. So you go to the section or the page you have written references, you put your cursor there. Then you go to Mendeley site, or you go to references, then Mendeley site. Okay. When you go to Mendeley site, just click Mendeley site. Then at the top there, where it is written references, citation setting, then 3 buttons. When you click 3 buttons, there is a button written insert bibliography. Just click insert. Continue. So what you are going to see is we have a list of bibliography here. But now the challenge is what we have is in Vancouver. So you need to change. If you want to do in APA, just go back to your Mendeley site, change the references style to APA. Then you click update. When you click update, let's see whether it will change. Good, it has changed. So you can see the reference now, they are not numbered. And in my index citation, they are done as per the expectation. So also we're going to note in the references, they are hanging indentation. So already that is sorted out. Hi, assume now your journal, maybe a journal has given you modern, let's see. You want to search something, you want to search a style. Let's click search here. So I want to do this Journal of Modern Italian Studies. That's what maybe you want to use. So just click there, then you update the referencing style. So the Mendeley will update it for you. We'll do all the work. So what you just need to follow up is all the citations that you edited or in-text citations that are appearing at the beginning of a sentence. That's the only challenge you are going to have, but that you can sort it manually. 17, and I think we are almost there. We are a few minutes. We want to do what you call watching folder. So watching folder here is a simplified way of syncing files from your computer to Mendeley. Without you importing one file or a folder, the system will automatically upload the files by themselves. Okay. Let's see.
Josephat, I wonder whether you want to give us a 2-minute break.
Okay. Maybe you can, I request you give me the 2 minutes, I complete, then you take a short break.
Okay.
I'm almost there, yeah. The 2 minutes I'll be able to read. Okay. So to watch a folder, just click add new, then click. So how do I get here? Just click, sorry. So click add new, then click watch folder. Then it gives you an option to choose what the folder is. Just click, I don't know whether you choose folder. So my folder is here, entrepreneurial skills. I just click the folder and then open. So what you are going to see is going to upload all the files that are in that folder. Then let's see what happens when I add any file to that folder in my computer, especially when I'm not online. Okay. Let's go to my folder. It's already adding something. The folder is here on my download button. So I want to add these 3 articles. I want to add 3 so that you can take a break. So I want to move this, copy them, cut them, and add to this. So when I add, let's go to Mendeley and see what is happening. You can see automatically it is syncing. Once you add on the file that is already in your computer, the system or the Mendeley is watching that file. Whatever is happening in that file will appear in your Mendeley manager that you have. So that is it. Thank you. I don't know whether I was too fast, but also you'll be getting the recording and you'll be able to follow step by step on how to do that. So maybe you can take now your 2 minutes break. You give your questions, and then I'll be able to answer them as we summarize. Hope that is okay, Aurelia.
Absolutely. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. That was so clear. I don't know for the participants, but for me it had such good flow. I've never understood Mendeley like I have today. And thank you so much, Josephat. I could see people on the side chat saying that really, you're very audible, very clear, step by step. And let's just open it up for questions. I know we've been listening for long, but don't worry, we're going to send the video today. We just need to change it into YouTube because we find it easier that way for people to follow. So we'll change it, and then Josephat will also share his slides, and then we can share in the groups that we will share in TCC Africa group, we will share in Africana Journal Club, and in the Other Aid Journal Club. So you will get them today, don't worry. But now let's have any question before we close up. So let's see on chat. You can also unmute and ask a question. Don't worry if you got lost along the way. Just wait for the recording and then follow step by step. Yes, Paul?
Yes, thank you very much. And I really want to appreciate the facilitator today. And to be sincere, I've been struggling on how to really use Mendeley like the facilitator has really done today. Kudos to him for the skills of presenting it in a very simple way to some of us. But I have some like 2 questions to ask. And the first one is that, is it, I know, based on the usage and how to operate Mendeley, I discovered that it cannot, one cannot really use it effectively without internet connection. I want to really ask, is it compulsory we must always be online before we can use Mendeley? That's question 1. Then another question that I want to ask is, is there a way we can link, is there a link between Mendeley and EndNote? Whether there is a link, is there a way whether we can use the two together in our research work? Thank you very much. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I got your question.
Over to you, Joseph.
Yes, I'm taking my question.
I got your question.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. So I don't know whether the break is over, Aurelia. For those who may have taken a break.
Oh, they are okay. We are on a break. I even forgot there's a break. Okay, yeah, maybe a minute, then we can as we are waiting for people, we can start at 10:01, 10:31. Maybe you can see the other question.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, I installed Mendeley in my MacBook in 2019. And since then I've been unable to uninstall it, and because I don't know how to use it so much. So whenever I open my laptop, it is the first, whenever I open a Word document, it is the first pop-up thing about Mendeley that appears. So is there a way I can uninstall that Mendeley and maybe start all over again to install new ones, like the one we have been taught today, once I follow the recording?
Okay, keep that just fact, how to install and uninstall a Mendeley put in Mac in 2019. There's also a question from Dismas. He's asking, when importing folders from the computer, you end up with PDF articles plus all the documents like Word documents. How do you ensure that only PDF references are imported and not other articles? So I think there's that one too. How do you make sure you're only having PDFs? So now it's 4 questions. You have them just fact?
Yes.
Okay. So I think now we can respond.
Okay.
You can go ahead, yes.
Thank you. We start by the first one on offline and online Mendeley. So let's start with the online one. Okay. So what you have in your desktop, you can also access the materials without having the software in your computer. How do you get to this? You can just go direct to your browser and search Mendeley like that. Or if you want to navigate from the Mendeley app to the website, okay, it's also possible. That is also possible from your end. You can do that. Good. But let's try use the online version. So maybe you are somewhere in in a cyber, you are just doing some research work. So once you search Mendeley, it will ask you to sign in. Right now, I don't know. Okay, good. So you're able to see I'm in a browser. Okay, you search your articles, whichever database you are in, you're able to do that. Okay, but now you want to get to see in my library, what do I have? So if you see this page I've opened, on the right top side, you'll see search library, then my name. This shows this my account. I logged in to Mendeley online Mendeley, and I moved to access this. So I just click library here. So when I click library, it will take me to all the sources, all the materials that I already have that are being managed by Mendeley. Okay, so you can see the articles are here. So with this, I'm not using the application I downloaded. I just need to have the browser, the internet, then I go to the Mendeley site, I log in, then I click the library option, and I'm able to access all the functionality of this Mendeley. Now, if you don't have internet, you can still cite your work using the application you have installed in your computer. But now the challenge will come when you want to sync, when you want to get maybe the new articles you added maybe last week. Okay, so for them to appear, you need to have internet so that you can sync. Okay, but when you are not having any internet, it's like any other application in your computer. You can just open it, but now connecting with the other sources that you have already added, that would be the only challenge. So you may require internet at the end. So the other issue is on EndNote as a reference manager and also Mendeley. For now, can't promise that there is any link between the two. There's no link between the two, Mendeley and EndNote. Sometimes you may have to decide whichever software you want to use to add references to your work. Okay, whichever you find is easier. There are those who find even Zotero as an easier way of adding references. But now you just also weigh out which is better and which one has minimal errors. For someone else who has said has made it in Mac, I think you can just go to control panel in your device and then look for uninstall programs, then select Mendeley. If it's the same that it still keeps on popping up at the beginning, I think you can just search startup apps. Then you can switch it off and try also see how you can uninstall. Then you can install again. When importing folders, that was another question. You find it's a mixture of Word and PDF. Here, this folder contains articles you have downloaded. So when you're downloading articles, they are in PDF format and not Word document. So if you have just added a Word document by mistake, you can just try to sort that or clean it up. Then you are left with PDF. Then from there, you're able to add PDFs only when you are importing. And that will be easier for you. So most of the articles, when you are downloading, they are in PDF format. I think those were the questions.
Yeah, so just for that was my question.
Okay.
For example, when we were going through that section for importing files, then the next one was importing folders from the computer. Yes. So for, let's say for a paper I'm working on, I save everything in a folder, let's say baseline paper, and that folder has got the Word documents that I'm working on, also the articles on that topic that I'm working on the same folder. So when you say import, then for example, here I ended up importing 170 articles and they are mixed, everything in that folder. Unless you are suggesting for specifically for journal articles, then I need to create a separate folder that only has the PDFs.
Yes, yes. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what, are you there? Just what? We can't hear you if you're speaking. Maybe he's having an internet issue. So he will just finish with this master. Is there any other question? I can't see any on chat. So we might be thinking of we might want to close now. We have a link on the chat. Please fill in the feedback form. It allows us to see where we can improve, what other session you'd like us to have. The topics that we present are topics that have been asked by members in form of a question, and then we ask people to present, or someone volunteers to do a webinar. So if you have a topic that you find is of interest to members related to research, and you'd like to do a webinar on, please, you can always reach out to me. I'm Aurelia Monene. Let me just give my WhatsApp number. You can always tell me, I think I want to speak about this, and we can just help you live. And remember, for us, I'm just waiting for just to come back. For us,
Yes, sir. I'm back already.
Are you back? Okay,
Yes,
welcome.
yes.
So you can finish with this question. He was asking.
Oh,
so
sorry.
yes.
Okay. So what I was saying, I think what we're talking about importing, I think that was a question. When you're importing a folder, there is a mixture of PDF and then we have agreed when you are downloading articles, make sure they are in PDF format. You can sort it out. Only import PDF files that you are going to use during your citation or references. So I think we have addressed that. Unless there's any other question.
There is someone who talks about duplicates. Let me see. Also, would like to take us through duplicates. How do you deal with duplicates?
Okay. Let me share my screen.
And as you're sharing, there's a question from one of us. I don't know where to start asking questions because I joined late. Don't worry, we will start the recording. But he's asking, it seems Mendeley has both paid and free version because there's an icon I cannot see in my own. Again, I'm asking to update my subscription to view some icon. So maybe you can speak about just what the free and the paid version. Are you on a paid version or you're also using free like the one Samsung is using?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. We start with the duplicates. Sometimes you find you have uploaded or you are trying to put your files in the Mendeley, then you realize there are several files. They are of the same nature. So you don't know how many files you have that are correct. So how do you do this? So Mendeley, it gives you an option here for, it is able to check for you the duplicates. It's able to check for you the duplicates. I don't know whether I've shared the screen. Okay, good. So when I click duplicates, that is on the left side, when I click duplicate, I can see the files that are repeating themselves. So now this is you to make a judgment. This is you to make a judgment. What do you want? Do you want to retain all of them? Do you want to delete all of them? Or what do you want to do? Okay. So I repeat, how do I get here to check for duplicates? So the system is able to pick for you. So click duplicates. So when you click duplicates, it tells you, for example, in the first one, there are two duplicates. So what I want in this case is I want to delete one. I want to delete one so that I'm left with the correct one. Just one article that is not, that you may not get confusion at the end. Okay, so you can just look around what you have like that. Alternatively, you can just go to your references or articles. Usually they are arranged. Yeah? So they are arranged, for example, let's see here. You can arrange them depending on how you want. So for example, you can also create a filter, okay? And say, I want articles from Adore. Let's say I want articles from Adore, okay? I just want to create a filter, okay? So when I click filter, Adore has one article from my end here. So maybe there is something else, maybe on systematic. I was just creating another filter so that I see all articles talking on systematic. So all those articles that appear there, if you feel they're articles that are they're not relevant, okay? So you just delete them. Maybe I can delete some here and maybe you're going to see how it works. Okay. Let's see. For example, these two articles here, they don't have an author or year. So these are not serving any purpose in this case. So what do I do? So once I click them, at the bottom there is somewhere written, move to trash. But moving to trash means what? You have deleted them. So just click there, move to trash. They have moved. So they are out of your list of references. Obviously, the system will sync and see that you have a clear Mendeley. For example, there's another one here. So at some point, what maybe a point to note is the system, yes, it is making our work easier. Number two, you don't need to forget that you still have to use your judgment when you're using this system. It can make an error that may be detrimental to you also, but it's also good to check, counter check. Also, as you are saying, also we have AI. AI is also doing things for us, but it's also good for you to use your own insights to make judgment on the same. The other question was on, let me see.
The free paid version.
Paid version. Okay. Yes, Mendeley is an open access. It's open access. What I have is an open access. You can use it. You don't have to subscribe. So all buttons, they're available. Maybe the version you have is the Mendeley desktop. Maybe that's what you have. All buttons are there. So what? Sorry. So what you need to do is just try to navigate, see each buttons where they are. For example, if you're using Mendeley desktop, for you to access the add new button, add new this one, you have to go to file. You just click file from those who are using Mendeley desktop. You're able to see so many things: add file, add folder, add watch folder, add entry manually. All those buttons are available. When you do it from the Chrome browser, that is the online Mendeley, you'll still be able to get all the options that you can use when you're doing your citation or reference management. Any other question, Aurelia?
None. So maybe
Okay.
he can remove the one he has and then he puts this one.
So, I remove this one.
No, I'm saying how to solve his problem, he or she's problem, is to remove the type of Mendeley he has and put this open access one.
Yes.
I have a question. I have a question.
Go
Yes.
ahead.
All right. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Otherwise, the session is very good and it is informative. Now, the question I want to ask is that I have been starting from the first, but my presenter is fast, so I did not follow it quickly until I leave some part. I downloaded the Mendeley and even tried to connect it with the browser, but now I have difficulties in citing my document using the Mendeley now.
Okay. Maybe I would like to, maybe you can confirm. Did you add Mendeley site or which one did you add?
I add to Mendeley site.
Oh, you okay, okay. You should be able to when you are you in your Word document right now?
Yeah, I'm now on my Word document, but I don't see the Mendeley.
When you click reference, click reference.
Does he want to share the screen? We can have that for him.
References.
When you click reference.
When I click references, I'm not seeing Mendeley.
Okay. What if you did add, what you can just do is you can just close the apps, then you can restart your computer. It should add automatically. It should add itself automatically. Yes, you can just restart your computer.
Okay, thank you.
Got it.
I think we need to close now.
Okay.
We have a question from Dismas. What can you say are the difference between, this is the last question, the differences with Mendeley Word MS Plug and Mendeley site, and is there a preference? Perhaps because I know some of you, as you think about the answer I just heard, some of you may have maybe some few challenges as you're setting it up. I don't know, just what, not putting you on the spot. I don't know how committed you are. If you're able to spare some time, either maybe to, as a group, again, for anyone who wasn't able to set up, but we can talk about it. Or if you want to, people who have questions, they can meet you directly and ask you. We can talk about it in case someone is really struggling and they cannot move, even if they have the video. We can see based on your timeline availability, which is the best way to solve some of those small issues.
Okay. So comparison between Mendeley site and MS Word plugin or Mendeley Word plugin. It all depends with you, but I would prefer Mendeley site. It is easier. It gives you in easier time interacting with your references on the same page. You don't have to move from one page or from one application to the other. With Mendeley site, you're able to operate from the same. With maybe I can share with this. A minute I close. So this is the one we are calling the plugin. Okay, where do you see the you can see? Sorry. I don't know whether I'm okay.
Am I
You can close one room because there is an echo.
okay? What about now? Is there echo?
Not quite.
Okay. So I just wanted to show the word plugin how it appears. So you
Okay
can
now.
see. Okay. So you can see there is the button for insert citation from one end. You can refresh from here. There is open Mendeley. This takes you to the application. You can insert bibliography there or list of references, and you can choose your referencing style down there. So just choose whether it is Vancouver or whichever style you are comfortable with. Okay. So it all depends with you, but whichever plugin you have, it serves the purpose. So that is it. Then the other thing is on
You're not
for
very
those who have issues, I think sorry.
You're not very clear. I think you've changed something.
Okay. Let me go back to the issue device I was using. So
hi, just what?
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Let me just add this interface you're showing, the main two versions. You have the old version and the new version.
Yes.
So you can't have both word blocking, and you can't have the other one, the Mendeley site. You have to choose one. So for the older version of the Mendeley desktop, it comes with this interface, and it's also very straightforward. When you click on it, it takes you to Mendeley, and then you're able to select your citation, and then you're able to cite. So this one it shows that this user is using an old version of the Mendeley desktop. They're not using the Mendeley reference. So the Mendeley reference comes with the Mendeley site. The Mendeley desktop comes with this kind of interface. So you have to choose one, either delete the Mendeley desktop, then go for the Mendeley reference manager, and then get Mendeley site, or retain this as it is. So whoever has used this before might enjoy, like personally, I use both. I've used this before moving to the Mendeley reference. And the Mendeley reference, they can't work together. Let me just say that you have to choose one.
Yes. Good. Thank you for the addition. So I think we've asked the question, have now the answer. For those who may be having a challenge, I think we share the slides, and also the video will be shared, and then maybe you can reach out to Aurelia or me, then we can think of how to sort it out. Back to you, Aurelia.
So thank you also, Paris, for the addition. So I think what we will do, once we share the slides and the presentation, please just follow slowly, carefully, and then you can now share any questions you have. Please mute someone else. You can now share any questions you have. I have put my number. Let me put it again, my WhatsApp number. Who is that? Please mute that person. We are hearing all your secrets. So that is my
Okay.
okay. So who is my WhatsApp number? Okay, who is that? Is it you, Judith? Anyway, sorry about that. So I put my WhatsApp number. So in case you have any problem, just reach out to me. Then we can collect all the issues, and then we see how with just what we can organize to respond to you. But just take your time, follow the slides, follow the recording, and then install it. We will send it today. So the sooner you do it, the better. Some of these things, if you postpone, you might lose interest or you forget. So it's good you just install it, try it as soon as you can, and have it set in your computer to support your research. Otherwise, from us, we just want to say Thank you very much, Josephat. Again, that was a great presentation. Thank you all for coming on a Saturday, and we wish you well. We keep taking topics, and if you want also to present our webinar, please reach out to me, and I wish you a good weekend. So goodbye for now. I'll just hang around for 2 minutes in case someone has something, but you are free to leave, and thank you for coming. Bye-bye.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye-bye. Thank you very much.
Bye.
I really appreciate it.
Bye.